Welcome to New York, to New York. That's all I got. Next Taylor Swift right here. So this week we are in New York and we had visitors, fantastic visitors.
Gage was here.
Gage was here. And my mom and stepdad Todd were here. And the kids were ecstatic and it was a lot of fun. We were going to do the video with everybody, but it was a super chaotic week.
Yep. It's about the busiest week we've had.
Oh my goodness.
Jam-packed.
Yeah. So like
start to finish.
Let's see. Before everybody came, we went to a fantastic waterfall. It's called the Endless Flame.
Eternal Flame.
Flame indeed.
It's a Bengal song.
It's
Which
called.
I mentioned before.
I didn't get that reference.
That's probably because you weren't born yet, probably. Walk Like an Egyptian. I mean, have you heard the song? It wasn't a request.
Yes, I've heard that song.
Oh, same band.
Oh, okay. I've probably heard that song too, but I'm just not good with titles. Can you sing some?
Nope.
Chicken.
Oh, I could, but
So
you're welcome, everyone. I said no.
So we made it to the Eternal Flame waterfall, and when they say trail, what they mean is little markers, and you just kind of scramble your way and figure it out. But it was a great hike, a pretty short hike. But this thing is incredible. I mean, fire and water, and it's just amazing. So absolutely breathtaking. Very, very zen, very yin and yang, and fire and water, and all we need is earth and air and heart, and we got the whole Captain Planet team.
Wow.
Captain Planet, he's our hero. Mom and Todd and Gage were in like New York City area, and then they drove all the way over to Buffalo, where we were. We went to Niagara Falls, and it was so beautiful. So beautiful. We've been there, we took the boys there like 8 years ago. But it was cool to kind of experience through, you know, fresh eyes. Mom's never been there, Todd's never been there. The two kiddos have never been there and stuff. And it was nice to kind of reappreciate it, you know. And I think Gage really reappreciated it, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, he seemed very impressed.
Yeah, his little
Neat to see.
picture of him in his little, what are those things?
Rain hood.
Yeah, they give you like a little rain jacket on the Maid of the Mist and stuff. And his picture this time was a lot happier than last time. Just say that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you could climb up. So at the end of the Maid of the Mist voyage, you could climb up and stand next to a part of the waterfall, which most of us did. And we were worried that, boy, that's really close to the waterfall. It was super cold that day and
So
wet.
windy.
So we climbed all the way up there. Me and Todd went all the way to the very end, and we're standing there and we're thinking, you know, this isn't so bad. It's a beautiful location. We're just, you know, several feet away from the falls, and it wasn't too bad until the wind blew everything all over us, and it felt like we were standing underneath the waterfall.
What are we doing?
On a boat ride.
We're on a boat to see what?
I don't know.
Niagara Falls.
What?
Niagara Falls.
Oh! We kind of have a theme going because the day after that we drove half of the way. We are hiking in Watkins Glen State Park in New York, hanging out with the family. A beautiful fall day, and this place is absolutely gorgeous. It's raining a little bit, but nature just keeps on surprising me. It's just incredible. I love it. Alright, it's hailing. That's fun.
That's only pea-sized hail. It don't hurt. Put it down, this is nothing, right? Can't even dent it. Yeah.
Frozen rain.
Yes. Can you grab them? Isn't that incredible? Trekked it into the NYC. Apple. It's my apple shape.
Yep.
So, and that thought was fantastic. We love New York City,
Mm-hmm.
so we're big fans.
Mm-hmm.
So we did things like Statue of Liberty. We did that again. It's about the longest wait we've ever had to do for anything ever, but so cool. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we had gone there before, and you kind of look at it, and it's like, oh, you know, it's kind of smaller than I expected. But once you like know like the history, and you know, you kind of get more in depth on that stuff, and then it's way cooler. So
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it.
it's gorgeous. So
It's just always cool to see those iconic sites in person with your own eyes. It just
Right.
kind of gives you a better impression of the importance they are to history and why they're such a symbol of America.
right.
Can you dance? Where's your nice smile?
Hi, I'm Oliver, and we went to a memorial, and it was super weird. Like there used to be two different buildings, but they got knocked over by a building. One crashed into one plane crashed into one building, and then another plane crashed into the next building, and the two buildings that crashed are right here. I'll show you how to do it. Down there! There used to be a big, huge building, and it's a memorial, and there's different people that died. See, and we went to the museum, which is right here.
We went to the 9/11 memorial. That was heavy. It was really well done though.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it was a beautiful memorial.
beautiful memorial, fantastic museum. Really struck home, especially with Oliver. But yeah, hard to see, hard to relive. Hiked it to the top of the Empire State Building.
We took an elevator.
We took an elevator, and then we walked up 6 flights of stairs.
That's cheating for
Woo!
most of it.
But it's all just city. And then water.
Oliver really liked that there was a big monkey that climbed up the Empire State Building.
Yeah, he was quite intrigued with that.
Yeah. I didn't have the heart to tell him that it was fiction. I think he thinks it's history.
Yeah, so we did that for a tall building. We went to, and we did that during the day. And then we went to the top of the rock at night.
Mm-hmm.
So we got, the daytime view and then the nighttime view. And we saw, the one star that you can see in New York City. Yes. It It was out.
American Museum of Natural History.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to go look for all the things that Ben Stiller looked for.
And we didn't really see any of them.
Nope.
Wah, wah. No Dum Dum. Didn't see the T-Rex.
I didn't see Teddy Roosevelt on a horse.
No monkey. No
Owen
little-
Wilson wasn't around, tiny or regular size.
Right. I was really disappointed. So.
Guess we'll wait for the sequel. We went through Central Park.
Always a fantastic time. So, Mom made a comment. She's, this isn't quite how I pictured it. I pictured more, joggers and, stuff like that. And then we walked around the corner and she's like, there it is. So there's just so many facets, of Central Park.
Yeah, little nooks and crannies and ponds and
Personalities.
lawns and zoos and
Times Square. It's one of my favorite parts of New York City always. So,
we
but
navigated the tens of thousands of people with children.
that's one thing. I'm going to sit in Times Square with no kids and about 15 different types of food.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to sit there all day and eat my food
And people watch.
and people watch and not worry about kids. Eddie, what was your favorite attraction?
I like St. Peter's Cathedral. Beautiful church. I could have stayed there for a day, I think, and just absorbed the architecture and decor. Just beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Stations of the cross were just up and down. The architecture, just, man.
So that was your favorite attraction. What was your favorite thing?
Oh, and then we stayed in Brooklyn while we were there, which was, yeah, we quite enjoyed that borough. It's kind of nice, fun, quiet, peaceful.
Yeah, not like
section
the
of
super
Brooklyn, so-
big buildings.
A little quieter and more laid back part of New York City, close to Subway, so that worked out well. But when we were there, like a year or two ago, one of my cousins in Washington sent a picture, or posted a picture on Facebook of the house where my dad and my Aunt Pat lived when they were very little, when my grandpa was stationed in New York City. So luckily it had the address on the back, and I Googled it at the time, and it was still there. So we took a voyage over to that address, and it was almost exactly the same as it was in the 1930s.
Yeah, hasn't
Very
really
cool.
changed.
Well, I'll post a picture of the old picture from the 1930s with the picture that we took when we were there, and you guys can see that it's relatively unchanged after all that time, which is amazing to me. Just
Right.
blows my mind. So New York City was fun. Best part of it probably was the best part of it was being with our family.
And eating food.
Yeah.
One of the other bonuses of being in Brooklyn is there's a bakery called Baked in Brooklyn. And I wish I would have discovered that on not the last day. It was so good.
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Oh my gosh. Junior's Cheesecake. It's by Times Square. It is the creamiest, most divine cheesecake I have ever tried.
Silky.
Yeah. And if anybody thinks that they're better than Junior's and they want to send me a sample, I will certainly compare for you.
It's
So.
a silver van driving around America. You can find us.
Oh, so good. We had Starbucks. Oh, we had just so much good food.
That
Bagels.
Starbucks was delicious because we had it at the time where your parents took the kids on a little buggy horse. Oh no, it was a bicycle taxi ride up
Which was
to
cute, too.
the church. Yeah,
But we were like dancing in the streets because we were like kid free for an entire.
we've been with our children for 4 months straight, so any little times we're without them, it's like
We probably look like crazy people.
We did.
But that's
There's a
okay.
large smile. Aw.
We love our kids. We do. Just being able to walk out on a street and not have to worry about holding hands with kids and trying to make sure nobody gets run over and just being adults and drinking coffee.
Best Starbucks ever.
So good. Anyways, food. So much food. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to our channel. Yep, give us a thumbs up. Okay, bye. And we will see you next week in Pennsylvania. So thank you, Gage. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Todd, for coming and for hanging out with us for the week. Hopefully we didn't push you too hard and stress you out too much. But we love you guys.